Ever heard of the book The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene? It's like a playbook for understanding the subtle dance of influence, power, and control in different situations. Now imagine what might happen if L from the anime Death Note decided to peek into this book. Crazy, right? But what if I told you that in his pursuit of Kira, L Lawliet exhibits shades of this law in his very own way? Intrigued? So just stick around as we reveal how L applies the principles laid out in the book The 48 Laws of Power, and more importantly how you can use them in your own life. So let's dive in. Law number 1. Never outshine the master. This law is all about playing it smart, especially when it comes to those higher up in the ladder. In simple terms, it's about not stealing the spotlight from the big players. Look at L, he's this mysterious genius detective, right? The guy doesn't need a spotlight, he's the man behind the curtain pulling the strings. L goes by different aliases and keeps his personal information as safe as a vault in a bank. Even Light Yagami thought L was a bit crazy when they first crossed their paths with each other. And that's where his brilliance lies. We are not talking about being sneaky or dishonest here. It's about understanding that sometimes letting others feel a bit superior can work in your favor. You don't have to flaunt all your skills like a peacock. Instead, strategically highlight your strengths when it makes the most impact. Think about it, if you're constantly stealing the spotlight, it might make others uneasy. But if you let them shine a bit, you build rapport, trust, and most importantly, power. It's all about choosing the right moments to flex your skills without overshadowing others. So whether you are in a workplace, social circle, or anywhere else, remember, you are not downplaying yourself, you are just strategically playing your cards. That's the subtle power move that can lead you to success without causing any ripples. And this brings us to Law 8, which is all about making other people come to you. L is a master at making people dance to his own tune without even them noticing it. He sets up situations like a chessboard, strategically placing the pieces to draw up the moves he wants. It's a bit like fishing. He throws the bait and people swim right into his net. In episode 2, we witness L's genius in action. He orchestrates this whole worldwide broadcast, making it look like he's exposing himself to Kira. Lyndall Taylor, supposedly the head investigator, challenges Kira live on TV. Everyone is on the edge now, wondering if this risky gamble will pay off. Light, thinking he's outsmarted them all, writes Lynn's name in the Death Note, celebrating his so-called victory. But here's the twist. L reveals that Lyndall Taylor was actually a criminal on death row, and his death proves that Kira can kill from a distance. L not only figured out Kira's location but also forced him to act. He turned the tables using a calculated move, showing that sometimes making others come to you is all about setting the right bait. In the real world, making people come to you can be a strategic move that gives you power. Well, think about it. In the workplace or even in personal relationships, you can strategically create situations that draw people towards you. It's all about setting the stage, offering something tempting, and watching as others take the step you want them to. Let's say you are in a business. Instead of chasing every deal, create an environment that attracts potential clients. Share your expertise, build a social online presence, and let your reputation speak for itself. People will start coming to you. Remember that subtlety is the key here. You are not there to manipulate others, you are out there to understand and strategize. Just like L, create situations where people come to you and you will find yourself with a chessboard full of opportunities. Law number 15. Crush your enemy totally. So law number 15 is a bit intense, but it basically says if you're gonna take down your enemy, do it thoroughly. There should be no room for a comeback. L embodied this law in his relentless pursuit of Kira, aka Light Yagami. He wasn't leaving any loose ends. In Death Note, L and Light Yagami had this epic cat and dog thing going on. L, being the brilliant detective, knew that he had to crush Kira entirely to eliminate the threat. If Kira had a chance to bounce back, he might come at L with even more force. It's like chess, you don't just go for the queen, you aim for the checkmate. Just like L, who wasn't just out to catch Kira, he was out to crush any hope of Kira making a comeback. Now, crushing your enemy doesn't mean making enemies left and right, but there are situations in life when you must secure your success by leaving no room for a comeback. It's about going all out in your own goals and challenges. Let's say you're launching a startup, crush your doubts, crush those late night workings on your dream, and crush any hesitation. Be so thorough in your efforts that success becomes the only option. It's about being strategic, not ruthless. Finish what you start. Leave no room for a counter-attack in your battles, whatever they are. When you tackle someone with that level of determination, you not only increase your chances of success, but you also build a reputation for being someone who gets things done. Remember, it's not about crushing others, it's about crushing the barriers that hold you back. This leads us to the next law, that is law number 33. discover each man's thumbscrew. In the anime, we witness L's keen ability to understand people's weaknesses and motivations. One such incident is when he interacts with Misa Amane. Misa, who is utterly devoted to and head over heels in love with Light Yagami, becomes L's focus of inquiry. L understands that Misa's intense love for Light is her greatest weakness, so he strategically uses this information as a leverage point, creating a situation where Light's true nature might be revealed. Understanding someone's thumbscrew involves understanding their weaknesses and motives. It's not about manipulation, but rather gaining insights that can be used positively. In your professional and personal life, identifying what motivates and influences people can be a powerful tool for collaborations and effective communication. For example, if you're working in a team, understanding your colleagues' strengths and weaknesses can lead to a better teamwork and productivity. In business negotiations, recognizing what drives the other party can give you a strategic advantage. It's not about exploiting weaknesses, but about establishing common ground and developing mutually beneficial relationships. In essence, applying Law 33 means enhancing one's ability to listen and observe. It is about using your understanding of others to achieve positive outcomes while building connections. And that concludes our journey into the world where the 48 laws of power meet with the mind of L Lawliet from Death Note. Remember that the power dynamics we discussed today are not just confined to the pages of a book or the scenes of an anime. You can use these strategies, adapt them to your own life, and perhaps sprinkle some of L's calm genius into your approach. So take a deep breath, stay calm like L, and consider how these laws might fit into the story of your life. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.